A spark of impenetrable darkness flashed within the concealed of the concealed. From the head of infinity, a cluster of vapor forming in formlessness. It split and did not split its aura. Notice the contradictions here. There is a spark that is impenetrably dark, that is flashing. It is both splitting and not splitting its aura. This is a contradiction in terms. These types of teachings come from a realm that some say is even beyond spirituality itself. It is a realm beyond the mind, beyond conception. And if you're scratching your head, you might want to get used to it. Rabbi Nachman is saying there's something that just can't be perceived. It's beyond what we normally speak of. Even when we talk about spirituality, this is the light of the infinite itself. Even though the mind does not perceive it, the striving of contemplation pursues it. Even though there's no such thing as truly understanding this or connecting with it or accessing it, there's a way in which the mind can chase after it. The mind can pursue it. There is not just a value, but a tendency towards an understanding. But to quote a teaching from farther down our journey, we cannot touch a thought. We can hold an object in our hands. That's possible. We can understand an idea, but we can't touch a thought. Similarly, understanding infinity, understanding this realm of nothingness is it's just not something that truly exists. And yet, it seems people make contact with it. By means of this striving, this pursuing, this redifa, this chasing, the mind grasps it. There is a grasping and understanding in the sense of attaining, but not attaining. So, what does that mean? He's speaking in riddles. This is a term from that early part of the Zohar I quoted at the beginning, mate velo mate. And I translate it here as attaining but not attaining. But it could also be said to be arriving yet not arriving. There's an experience of being in the presence of the beyond, of nothing. And it's able to be encountered in a way, but yet not. It's a state of arriving and yet arriving. In fact, the end goal, the end stage of Kabbalistic striving is called no end. Ein Sof means infinite, but that literally means without ending. So there is a realm in which the purpose is not attainment, it is flowing with it in a way that is there and yet not there, attaining but not attaining, arriving and yet not arriving. Another translation, touching but not touching. We're tapping into it, we're connecting, but there's also it's not quite there. Or obtaining but not obtaining. There is no real way to say we hold infinity in our hands. It just doesn't work like that. This is a realm of paradox. You could say grasping yet not grasping. This doesn't make sense, and it's not supposed to. This is in another order of being. It is what could be said in Hebrew is lemala mita'am v'da'at, beyond reason and knowledge. It's what Buddhist philosophers could call non-conceptual. It is not in the mind. It is something so deeply experiential that concepts, numbers, they cease to exist in this world.